Hi there, Assalamu alaikum. I am Islam Abdullah. I've been using this phone for a while now, so let's go deep to see if you should care about this phone or not. This is the Huawei Honor 3C. To get this out of the way, it packs quad-core 1.3 GHz MediaTek processor, Mali 400 MPU GPU, and 2 GB of RAM. The internal storage is 8 GB, however, you can add microSD up to 32 GB. When you hold the device, it reminds you with Sony designs with the all-black square design with the rounded corners. At the back of it, it has a very glossy plastic bag that feels a little bit cheap. However, it feels comfortable in the hand due to the slight curve at the back. The position of the power and volume up and volume down buttons is a bit above the middle of the phone, which makes them easily accessible. So let's talk about the screen. It has a 5-inch 720p IPS LCD display that counts to 294 ppi. I found the color on the screen to be actually pretty good, and it can get very bright since it has an IPS display. However, if you are used to the 1080p displays, you will be missing that out here. But anyway, it's not a deal breaker, whereas the text is sharp enough for browsing and reading. One other thing, the display doesn't have a Gorilla Glass on it, but I didn't find any problem using it for 2 weeks. At first I was worried that the screen will get scratched, but I didn't find that to be the case. The OS. The device ships with Android 4.2.2. Running on top of it is the Huawei Skin Emotion UI 2.0. It has a very minimalistic look with a flat design for most parts of it. I didn't like the grey background that is added to every icon. However, I really like the design of some of the apps, like the calculator and the sound recorder. It actually looks like Apple's design before they go flat, but that's not the only part of the UI that looks like the iPhone. The default launcher doesn't have an app drawer. It really doesn't. You will have all your apps on your home pages. Of course, you can add how many pages as you want. That being said, Emotion UI has some nice features, like the double tap to wake, just like the LG G2 and LG G3. Also, you can slide right to left, left to right, top to bottom, or bottom to top to launch different apps that you can assign. For me, I've assigned the sliding from left to right to launch the dialer, and from bottom to top to open Google now. And my favorite is sliding from right to left to launch the camera. And speaking of the camera, it has an 8 megapixel Sony camera and 5 megapixel front-facing camera. Yes, 5 megapixel. The 8 megapixel camera performed okay, and the quality pictures was decent. It's not spectacular, but it's not bad either. It can be compared very much to the Nexus 5 camera. So it's not a thing that you will buy this phone for. And the front-facing camera, it's okay. You can take some selfies with it, and it's okay for Skype, but you can't expect much from it. The battery inside it is 2300 mAh battery. It's not big, but it easily lasted me for the end of the day. However, in a busy day, you will need to recharge it again. So let's speak about connectivity. It accepts dual SIM card. One is 3G WCDMA and the other is only 2G, and no LTE on board. And I have used the Wi-Fi a lot on this phone, and it's really good. It could detect and connect to networks that other phones like the iPhone 5 and Nexus 5 did not detect, so points to that. The GPS, however, was a problem. The signal was very weak and it couldn't detect my location most of the time when it's not connected to a Wi-Fi. When I searched for the problem, I found that this is an issue with all the MediaTek processors, unfortunately. And finally, the best thing about this phone is its price. It costs only $155. Yeah, so in my opinion, I think for this price, this is the best phone you can get. And that's it. If you like this video, please give it a thumb up and share it with your friend. And see you next time.